gonna do this. It's a little nerve-wracking today, but I kind of wanted to catch some footage. Hold on. Maybe. Maybe. Oh. We are right here. That's a Lula Bridge right there. Destrehan, Lula area. Lula. And we're headed to Lane Fleet. Try to get it to where. Let's see how it works out. We'll see. See how it works.
3 o'clock. Yes, 3 4 live. 3 1 o'clock. Listening live. 1 more minute Charles, Dr. 3, or 1077.
I'll probably pull those shades in a little bit. I wanted to catch kind of some of it's usually quite a bit of chatter. It's quieter than usual on traffic, but it's usually I'm kind of busy down here, and yeah, I just want to catch some in. We'll see how it works out. I'm not sold on the live stream stuff yet. It still makes me a little nervous, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And my biggest concern isn't so much having something go wrong. It's more somebody saying something on the radio that they, off color or saying something. That's my main concern is I got to monitor these channels, and if somebody, says something that probably, I guess that's not such a big deal, but that's my biggest concern of the live stream. And I've had folks say, well, if you do something, if you have an accident or you do something, there's proof of it. And my number one, I don't do things wrong or don't try to do things wrong. And if I've got video proof of it, then I can, see what happened, see how it went wrong. I don't really like. I've got accident footage of other vessels and stuff like that, and I really don't like. I mean, that's, other people's stuff, so I try to, I just don't want to make people look bad. That's the main thing. I don't want to make, myself, the company, the industry, or any other, anybody look bad. But also I want to kind of shine a little light and see what it's like to do what we do out here. It's definitely a unique career path, that's for sure. Don't get don't get nervous now, sweets. Hey, yes, okay, I won't get nervous. There's Rick Calhoun. that we're doing tough work. We're going down here. We got through dropping. I should say we're not Knox Destrehan or Knox Fleet. We just got through dropping 2 there. We've just got 7 barges now, and we're going to drop 1 down around the corner here. 2-lane fleet it's an Arco fleet, and after that we go down to Azalea fleet, which is right. We're in the area, Kenner Bend area down that way. We'll be in the next 2 drops, looking down towards New Orleans, Louis Armstrong Airport. You see the planes and stuff flying over the river. If you've ever flown into New Orleans and you see the river, you can see the river right as you're coming into land. That's where the fleets are that we're going to be going past shortly. But there's a lot of these grain docks and stuff. This is where they load. Arco's got a lot of their operations down here. ADM, Archer Daniels Midland, their River Division, Arco. They've got their big fleets down here, and they've got all these big elevators. It's Bungie, and see, we got Bungie and IMTT St. Rose up here. Big elevators. But where we at? I'll zoom out. We're getting about 20 miles upriver, 30 miles upriver from New Orleans city front. See here, the Louis Armstrong's right there, airport, Kenner Bend area. That's Huey P. Long Bridge down that way. We got to drop down there later this afternoon, or later after we hit the, we got 3 fleets, or 2 fleets before we get to Harahan Fleet. That's right above Huey P. Long. Anyway, and we're just kind of, since we're getting thin and dropping stuff, we're just really, it's dead slack water down here, so we're just putting, and that's why we've kind of got this notched up. We're setting over, basically just limit the amount of work we have to do, so we're not having to rearrange or move the boat, ever stop. Because like I said, we're getting down to the last few drops and stuff, so to limit the amount of work, but also keep the tow to where we can get it down the river. That's kind of why we look strange here, and then we'll kick that one off, and then actually next drop is this one, or no, yeah, this one. Oh, anyway, we're gonna look funny going down the river for these last few drops. But it's really slack water down here. We're not gonna be pushing them real hard. We just take our time. See, I'm not making but 5 mile an hour. We're just putting, But like I said, it's Luling Bridge back there. And then big elevators. A lot of grain goes out of this area. A lot of grain from the Midwest and all up north. Lots of grain. We had a little everything this trip. We had rice, corn, and soybeans. Didn't have any wheat, but we had rice, corn, and soybeans. Anyway. I know some of this stuff. I try to catch and show what I'm looking at, the things that interest me down here. But the longer the live streams kind of allow me to get a little bit more the realism of the day, instead of editing out the boring parts. That's what a lot of it is. It's a lot of long, boring, and the description, like Twain said. How'd it go? Hours of boredom peppered in with brief moments of terror, or something like that. That's the gist of it. Anyway, I thought it'd be a little bit neat. We'll go down here and see these tugs. they'll grab that one off of, and then they'll grab that one right there, drops. Let's see, here it is. Here's how we go. We've already dropped those two out. I never really do all this, but well, anyway, those two dropped. The next is this one on the side. We'll drop it out, and then
Hold up over there. What y'all doing, man?
that, and I'll drop a 2-lane. Then we drop Azalea fleet. Then we drop that, and then the rest of them go down to Carroll's.
Yeah, I'll take a walk down there and get that tool, man. Got to carry so much, man. Carry.
There we go. Yeah. Have all our drops. There we go. There. All right. But yeah, there's just lots of fleets. There's not, man, it has not been busy. It's slow. Since we've been down the hole, man, it seems like, yeah, there's, sometimes we come down here and it'll be real busy, and other times it seems like it's not. Well, it's not so busy right now.
You got to take one up there?
Somebody wants to know if I bought any new tech lately. Yeah, well, I got a new iPad Pro. I got the 11-inch iPad Pro. I love that thing. I've got it because it's got that the chip. I can do video editing with the Final Cut Pro, and I haven't been doing. Those are more going to be some projects that I'm working on in the future. But yeah, that's my new gadget that I brought, I guess, with me this time. Anyway, didn't want to be too jerky. I was going to set the camera. I think that was what the plan was. But also, I hadn't eaten my chicken yet. We were messing with dropping those barges, and I grabbed me. There's a fried chicken, some rice, some potatoes. What else? A little everything. Macaroni and cheese, healthy. Oh, and I got somebody's mentioned about my gut yesterday from the live stream, and I guess my defensiveness about it. I'm not really trying to get a thin gut. I'm trying to get a strong back. I've gone a different route. I eat as much as I thought. When I'm at home, I'm eating a lot. And supplementing with protein shakes and everything. I mean, I don't think people quite realize how serious I am about this powerlifting stuff. I mean, it was mentioned, Phoebe mentioned to me 700 pounds, but the realistic goal is 600-pound deadlift. And I set that up. And that's not a joke. I mean, that's a 600-pound deadlift. Man, it gets better if I set it up that way. I'm going to be dealing with the tugs and stuff, so I pull the shades. I think it's a little better, easier to see, or a little better viewing when I pull the shades, or lift, up. There, maybe that'll work. We'll see. I'll adjust it a few times. But yeah, my squat, I'm getting close to a 300-pound squat. If for reps, I mean, that's not max I was doing 285, 3 sets of 3. So a 285, that's getting, I'm definitely over that's probably at this time on the numbers that I was most impressed with that. But as far as I'm not carrying a lot of fat. When I relax my abs, they do kind of, I can relax. But there's a lot of muscle there. You got to use that muscle when you're doing those lifts like that. You got to brace all this into the weight belt. You're bracing all to keep all this stiff. So my core is in very good shape, very strong. I don't do any cardio and I eat all I can. So there's that. But I'm working on like just getting to be a bigger human and trying to pack as much muscle on as I can. And yes, I am on TRT, so just to get that out there, I'm not gonna sit in line and say it's all protein powder. I'm on a TRT, y'all. But I do my blood test and I keep it in normal ranges. I'm not doing any superhuman, not doing any crazy numbers. I really am trying to get stronger and healthier. But yeah, my goal is not so much to be, I don't want to get fat, but I have been eating a lot to try to pack on muscle. I'm not so much on the boat as I'm diving into this. I kind of cut down my eating a little bit compared to when I'm at home. But when I'm home,
Yeah, be careful watching that boy.
I eat so many stuff. My wife had attest to
You
it.
got rollerblades
I'm
on.
eating about two steaks a day, at least 1 steak a day when I'm home, and that's for the protein. So yeah, that's kind of my newest hobby. I think now is the powerlifting. I really have gotten into it. I'm dedicated. I don't. I go 3 days. I think I mentioned it before. I go 3 days a week when I'm home in the mornings, and it's an hour and a half workout. There's some workouts that I had this last time home that I was tired for the rest of the day after I worked out in the morning. I would give out. This St. Rose Point, IMTT St. Rose. That's ADM Gromar right down ahead of us, one of the big grain elevator docks here. Yeah, just a lot of fleets and ship terminals and stuff like that down here. And we get around the corner, there's the anchorages and all that stuff. It's a really pretty day out. The water's not dirty brown like it usually is. It's actually got a green hue to it because it's so slack. We haven't had hardly any. See, we're just putting. Just got her putting. We're not showing hard. Just kind of easy Sunday driving, y'all. Just easy, nice and easy Sunday driving.
When I get around the end, but I'll stay over here for a minute. Yeah, I'll just jump in there behind you. Go on. I just slow down a little bit. Let me get this fella in front of me there and figure it out. Sarah's on the down, John. Yeah, I'll leave it there, Cat. How far are you headed there, brother? Okay, Ron. This trailer mine, you get up there, I reckon. ain't too far.
Oh, I know what I was gonna do. That bug, that one mayfly's been hanging with me. The guys usually, they'll wash the boat when we get up out of here, northbound. They usually get a good wash on the boat, and they do keep this thing in good shape. But just that one bug was bothering me. There. I think I'll set that there for a little bit. That way, I'm hands free and can
Big one up there, like 2 little skinny.
do a drop down there and get these tugs.
I could jerk it up, pick up some more links out of that one. Put the 40-piece wire on.
A little better.
I'm gonna have it be a lot right now too, but they don't buy
Are we taking 4? 4, we taking 4. That one over there, that inside bar is 4 boots.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Gabriel.
Hey, 66 until it's down here. Slow 6.
Go 66.
Oh, 66, what you say?
Got it.
Okay, fellas, after you're done with that orientation, you let that fella know that RCT 12, 3 barges in. 3 barges, and we're just gonna chill out right here.
Lightning Stone Street on the top.
Somebody else step out here, clear off this timber head. I'm gonna go don't trip over there, fall overboard or anything.
Last wire.
Which is probably easier.
How you doing?
Got that, or if you need any? Alright, no problem.
Legs just going straight to the top.
Still straight?
Okay, what tire you put my boys on?
It's that RTI hanging up on my port side. Alright. This a Legacy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, hey Jesse, come and grab that barge. There's a little rigging on the stern too.
Yeah, no, they need anything with that barge?
Y'all need any rigging with it?
Coalition,
Alright,
48 hours. I know the last one they had down there with the coal buzzers, that they had a contract signed, 48 bucks and 48 hours. Yeah, that's what it was, 48 hours, something like that. The last one, last fast, so you get them people come back, but we waited for another, and re-rig for it. Yep, something.
Loading for day one.
You call it 1210 their Legacy?
Yeah, that'll work.
I emailed, I had some help down there and all the folks are up there. There goes northbound at 12 mile.
I agree, I think it's probably got some water up, you know.
So, and there makes an angle. So north down here, it's outside of Concrete Spillway, kind of all wide, kind of go around the ship, dive back in as soon as I clear. See you on the water. That'll be on there. Hey, guys. Heads up. Airline Francis will be on 2 for you also there.
Well, I think it looks better. I think I can see better there. I don't really know why I set it back there. Oh, better view right there.
Take out line 1, red line next time. Clearly. Oh, it's finished at 12:15 at Charlotte Stone Street, sorry.
Set up very well.
Yep.
We're just kind of floating in the middle of the river here. While we get that barge cut loose.
Alright, bro, come see. Alright, all going. Lake Stone Street.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, that's very good done.
12:15.
Now we're at 12:15, man. We'll see you on the door.
Right.
And that's that. We're out of here. Off to the next. Jazz, you gonna swap back over?
Stay here in 1 second.
Then off to the next.
Good shot, northbound coming up on over for him. Just take a look. Good shot. John got me, good shot. Good shot. Hey, John got me mad. Got one little bounce car. That's crazy Carolina right?
Johnson. Yeah, once we get around the bend here, you mind if I just on around you on the one there? All right, I appreciate it, brother. Here we go.
Louisiana Lane, you have to put topside Indian name, top out and salt, put them just press it up until you do.
And off to the next. Headed to the Azalea fleet down here across from the airport. That's ADM Gromar. That's that big Gromar elevator. Thing's huge. They load up stuff, load the ships out of there. That's a lot of stuff, man. ADM loading them boats up. And their fleets are all down in through here. These are mainly all ADM. Artco fleets all down through here, both sides of the river, and they've got the anchorage, AIM anchorage right in through here, and actually straight ahead, that's the tower, the airport tower straight. I can see it right through there. Well, not very good, but that's the airport. That's losing the New Orleans. New Orleans, Louis Armstrong Airport. Anyway, we're going down to Azalea, which is down around the corner, right across from down here in Kenner Bend area. But yeah, we're just, what is that? We are actually right now about 25 miles upriver from New Orleans City, from the French Quarter, about 25 miles. That's what we got. Nice quiet Sunday driving, man. Ain't bad. Ain't bad.
Still scheduled to be coming out of access and on one of those still.
When we get down here, this next one, we got to drop this barge right here. So we're going to be just have 4.5, so they'll have it doubled up. But we're just going to take it easy. We don't have too far to go. Maybe 10 miles total or less. But it's just dead slack, and I'm putting, so we'll be able to do it. We'll be shoving. That one will drop, and then we go to Harahan down right above UP Long, and the equipment barge drops, and then we'll just have these with that one right there that go down to Carrollton. So we won't do any rearranging or moving the boat. They'll have to move the face wires down off that barge to here when we kick that one out. But, you know, just whatever we can do to kind of make it quicker and easier, more efficient, mo better, mo better. That's a tug that got that barge from us, putting it in the fleet over there. And I aim my anchorage, all the ships on anchor.
I'm back over here when you come call.
Roger. Jesse, and you got them 4.5 doubled up there at that couple?
I'm working on.
Roger.
Yeah, relay a lead. So whenever we kick that stern barge loose and that equipment barge, don't lose the other barge.
Roger. Anyway. Yeah, I was gonna set the camera back there so you can see what I'm doing, you know, and see some of the, you know, you can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm driving and stuff like that, but I was feeding my face. So I set the camera up there and I ate that piece of chicken a while ago and I was like, that ain't good, I don't want to eat. But if I set it up here, you get a better view out, so I'll change it up. It's a feel like thing, whatever I feel like at the moment, I guess. But it is kind of neat. I wanted to catch some of this, and with the live stream, it's easier to get the, you know, longer form videos and stuff like that. I think I'm working on a split screen deal where I can do the, it's just putting them together and doing the editing for them takes a little bit of time. And I get lazy and tired and don't want to, you know, when it becomes like it feels like it's a job, that's when I usually quit uploading. But as long as I'm enjoying it, yeah. I like shining a little positive light on our industry when I can. It's just a neat deal. I mean, it's just, you know, all that grain and stuff from way up north, they bring it down to right in through here and load on ships. And I'm impressed with the whole process. Like I said, I'm a fan of my peers. My typical day, I'm sorry, I didn't see all the I haven't been reading. Obviously, I try to read the chat a little bit. The boat that I'm on right now, this is Stone Strait.
Still skipping Dennis from it though.
Um, and that's named after, it's named after one of the owners, Jason. I guess Jason was the president, vice president of operations. Anyway, Charles Straight's son, Jason, it's his son. So it would be Charles Straight's grandson. That's his name, Stone Strait. Stone. So the boat's named after him.
Yeah, everything works for me, Cam. You want to go ahead and cross over and make sure.
Oh, what else? Oh, somebody. What's your typical day? You're seeing it. You're seeing it. We work 6 hours on, 6 hours off, twice a day. I mean, we work. I work from 11 to 5, and
Yeah, Saturday on back.
do it twice on both times. Twice a day, I work 11 to 5 on the back watch. The front watch is the captain's watch, and he works obviously the opposite. He works from 11 to 5. I'm off from. He works 5 to 11. So 2 guys working 12 hours a day in 6-hour rotations. And yes, I get plenty of sleep. Actually, when I'm on a boat and when I'm, eating right, feeling right, and in good shape and all that, I get more sleep on a boat than I do when I'm at home. I try to get. It depends. I kind of get in a rhythm where I'll get most of my sleep on the morning, on one off watch, and then not as much. But I get almost always get at least 8 hours of sleep a day, if not more. Rooster. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Glad y'all enjoy it. That's why I do it. It's really more personal, like I say, something that that I like going in. I go and watch the videos and stuff because a lot of times the live streams especially, I'm more focused on what I'm doing, but I enjoy go back and watch them. And then something for my kids, to see what I do out here. My grandkids, But it's also, man, I get it. I get some of y'all retired folks that like to watch my old retired guys yeah, I get it. It's something that when I've taken time off when I didn't work out here, I missed it. There was I missed it. It's definitely a unique career and opportunity. Do I drink a lot of coffee? I haven't as much this trip, but yes. Usually, generally on the boat, you can say how much coffee is drinkers. That's Captain's Cup. Yeah, we drink a lot of coffee. I haven't drank as much this trip, but usually I'll drink probably a pot a day. If I'm drinking a heavy doses, 2 pots, but I've kind of cut down a little bit. I'll probably drink my big mug full of probably about 2 of those a day. Just matters on how I feel. But we do use the drug caffeine extensively out here. Caffeine is used a lot. What is the name? Is that boat? Command Resource. All right. Get too jerky. Some of the chats are a little extensive would take me a little bit to answer some of those questions. Yes, the spelling of the Lloyd, you are correct on the spelling. Stone Straight. That is correct.
Yes.
No, my son doesn't work on a boat anymore. He got his tankerman's license, and he worked for Satoon and got his tankerman's license, and then met a girl. And he's been, he inherited land from my dad, and he works. He has an oil field job, and his wife was working at the bank, but she's just taking care of the kids now. My 2 grandkids, and Nicholas builds pipe bombs. Literally, my son is a bomb builder. He builds pipe bombs. He works. He works in the oil field industry in the production end of it, and they have a shop. He's a shop foreman at a place where they. It's a wireline service. I don't know if y'all know oil field stuff. He works for a wireline service, and he makes explosive charges that they drop down in those holes to blow holes in the casing for, pay zones and stuff like that. That's what he does. Pretty darn good kids of mine. I'm extremely proud of both of my kids, man. My son and my daughter. I've talked about her being a nurse. She's got her BSN, and she's pretty amazing, and he's pretty amazing. And daughters get married November 11th, man. They've got the wedding coming up. Quiet. I was going to do the live stream because I thought it would be a little bit more action packed, but this is better. This is much better. I'm gonna ask about what that equipment is too. I hadn't contacted the right person yet, but the fleet guys might know what it is. Yeah, they're just not any traffic. As far up and down the river, there's little folks still working on fleets and stuff, but a fella coming down behind me there, that fleet tug. Yeah, Ingram. I've got somebody mentioned Ingram. I've got quite a few very good friends that work over at Ingram. Captain Mark Evansberger, that is the captain on that E. Bronson. I think I've talked about it before. How he and I were next door neighbors. We grew up next door to each other in that little southwest Oklahoma town of Hobart. And one of my mentors. Plato's over at Arco now. I forgot that. How is the water level? Extremely low. We are at record low levels. Low. It got down. Well, it was the other day. It was flirting with minus 10 foot for Memphis area. It's crazy. Look at that going to minus 10.2. Let's see what Vicksburg, gee, many, less than a foot, 0.9. I've never seen it that low. I've never seen some of these numbers as low as they are. Baton Rouge, 4.7. Golly. Yeah. 7. I haven't ever seen some of those numbers like that. That's extremely low, extremely low. But we're down here now. That's not so much an issue for us down here because we're down in the ship channel down here. We've got water, but once we get going back north and get up above Baton Rouge and get back up there, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We've got 5 loaded barges, and I think we got our northbound. We've got northbound orders. We've got, well, they got us going. 28. We got 5 loads and 23 empties. We have 28 going northbound. 28. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting northbound trip for sure. American Liberty? What? Lloyd, I tell you what, you're going to have to pay for that, sir. Lloyd wants to know, he said, I noticed on the tracker that my phone that you haven't provided a location for about 2 hours, and where it's on the app you are. It says the last broadcast was 2 hours ago. Well, that's just, that's a paywall type situation on the app probably, or you know. That's a paywall type deal, because we're constantly broadcasting. We are constantly putting out our signal. Yeah, a lot of those apps are paywall type deal. I'm not sure on somebody's wanting to know what tracking service. I I just call the boats if I want to know where they are. I don't really, yeah, I don't mess with that. The boat trackers and stuff, I really don't mess with that stuff. I have, but when it was kind of free, I have when it was free and I could find a boat and it was, it'd show where it was, but there was limited areas where it wouldn't, some of those deals wouldn't pick up boats unless they were in certain areas. And, it wasn't anything that I really want to pay for when I usually I could just call the boat, find out where they were. So, but they're neat. I did use it one time. I've used it to track a boat that I was catching, but paid like 99 cents or something to
I appreciate it, Alan Johnson.
see where it was. That's a unique looking bow on that boat. Unique. And yeah, I've had folks too. When on the playback, the live stream playback, it's really it's not, it's real blurry, and it takes a minute for it to upload. It actually took like an hour yesterday after the live stream to upload the replay. It would take a while to to process the high definition version, and so on the replays of the live streams, just FYI, that would have been good information at the first of it. There's specific. Somebody wants to know. Bruce wants to know, when you have loaded and empty barges, is there a specific way you arrange them, or they just order a pickup or drop off? Yes, there are There are arrangement patterns, and it's specific to the barge and what's loaded in it, and it's different all the time. But yes, there are specific ways. Empties will be out ahead of the loads, keep the loads back by the stern generally. And yeah, we try to place stuff where it is. You know, if we know where it's going to drop and we can put it somewhere, we try to be as efficient as we can. But that doesn't always. A lot of times we don't have the information. We'll pick a barge up and not know where it drops, so we just put it in tow.
That's one called southbound up St. Rose. Southbound up St. Rose, Dennis.
And Kevin said, my first pot of coffee, my first pot of coffee, something, my second pot unleaded, leaded, I guess. Yeah, I don't drink, decaffeinated coffee serves no purpose to me. I don't understand the purpose. I mean, I guess if you really like the flavor and taste of coffee, but decaffeinated doesn't have the, it doesn't have the, I think it's nasty. I don't have any use for decaffeinated coffee. Stephen Piper says, it's been 2 years since you've been on Upper. No, I was up there a couple of trips. I guess it's been, we didn't go far as running up to Hannibal on that. I've got footage. I've got a lot of footage that I have not posted from last trip and a trip before. It's the way it is all the time. I've got huge amounts of footage that I don't post on YouTube for projects that I'm working on, and some I just don't have. That's that bow end of that ship I was talking about. It's a unique bow. Yeah, it's very unique. What's the most barges? Somebody wants to know, what's the most barges you ever transport at once? 63. 63. The most, I've had 40's the most, 35 or 40. I think, I've taken 40. We had a string of empties, I think. I can't remember. That was Marquette days. It's been a while. But 35 or 40 loaded barges southbound is about the most I've ever brought down. And it, limitation was just for the boats that I was on. And then the biggest was 63. But that was a combined tow with the Randy Eckstein and the Ray A. Eckstein. We combined two tows because the Ray A was down on one engine or something. I can't remember. Maybe even the Randy. Anyway, we combined two tows, and it was we were shoving 63 barges northbound from like Carruthersville to Cairo. Anyway, get down here to Azalea Fleet and holler at them. Let's stone straight to Azalea.
Robert, come on, Stone.
Hey man, here's the wreck buoy. We got 2 strings of 3, and one of them back here on the stern's yours. I got to drop one with you. It's on my starboard stern. Just kick it off and go. Did you get that there, Zay?
Yeah, what's the barge number?
Let's see, stand by. HBM 4805. Load of corn.
All right. Yeah, Rob and I will head up that way and scoop it off here.
No, that'll work. Yeah, we just pull the face wires off of it and keep it loose. I'll keep it coming. Y'all just let them know when you need to stop.
Yeah, well, just tell him where you want him to stop.
Which one? Who am I going to? The Robert or the Robin R?
You got a load?
Yeah, I got a load. It's back here on my starboard stern. All right, I barely hear you. All right, we coming. We'll be around the corner in a second.
Yeah, just put it on block 5 somewhere.
Hey, Jesse,
Yeah, go ahead.
09 for this next one.
There you go.
We just got to do the same thing. Pull it. Yeah, we just got to pull face wires in and boogie. Let's do that.
Big bars in, got down the 2-4 head, the scissor and the scissor back here, with big bars.
So I'm not trying to gear. I'm not going out of gear plug and pull that face wire over now.
Right, going on. Oh, no, with
Right. Jesse, if y'all getting a drink, man, are you gonna do it now or after?
I'll wait till you get through this bend.
Oh, I'm out. Go ahead, man. I gotta know. You can do it. You keep that long wire on. You go ahead. I'm not going out of gear. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Yeah, see, that's the airport right over there. That's the airport.
See him, Arthur.
So they want to know how wide the Illinois River is in the S curve from Peoria to Logan. It's not like, it's because you swam across it. That's not very wide. I think
Fredo's gonna be the part Valero St. Charles got
I
two
think I
little
can almost
press
throw a rock that far.
Fredo.
I think I can almost throw a rock that far. I don't know.
Yeah, I got it tight. Just that long wire once we get down there.
Roger.
Sarah goes northbound here, Lower Kenner Bend, continue on northbound.
The stone straight to go, but I wide now, see them too.
That's on 2 there, brother. Caroline Francis, Stone Straight, be on the 2 for you also there.
Roger. Well, I think that's about it for today here for now. I might get some more later when we get out of the bridge, but yeah, just wanted to get some of the day here at Kenner Bend. Right across, right there's the airport. Right across. I haven't seen any planes going. It's really thin on traffic and everything. It is a Sunday, but still, usually it's definitely more. It's quiet, unusually slow and quiet down here.